Hey YouTubers, it's Fitness Rocks with Coach Ellen. Welcome back for another installment of my story. As many of you know, I am working on launching myself as a public speaker, workshop facilitator, motivational speaker. So if you have a group where any of my story resonates with you, please just let me know. Comment, send me a message, connect with me, Instagram, Fitness Rocks 79, Facebook group, Fitness Rocks ROX. So I kind of wanted to come to you today, and I have my camera set just so I went, okay, hopefully that's, I wanted to share a little bit of my athletic story, and actually tie it to what ontological life coaching or ontological leadership coaching has brought to my athletic story. So if you're aware, if you're not aware, I'll just share I'm completing a International Coach Federation personal transformation and leadership coach training program this year in 2017. And as part of that, I was able to get personal coaching. And when I started the program, I was not in a good place with my sport. My sport is judo. Things had kind of fallen apart in some ways with the club I was in, and basically I had a lot of self-blame, a lot of blame towards other people, and through a lot of intense coaching and a little bit of therapy, I was actually able to stop blaming other people, take responsibility for my athletic journey, and move forward and go train, keep training. But my story goes back to before 1997. I did sports in high school. I actually was the first female to complete a season of wrestling at my high school. I did track, I did swimming, and I did cheerleading, and oddly enough, I competed in public speaking. It's called forensics, but I don't ever like saying that. I've read a lot of Patricia Cornwell, so forensics to me is like forensic science. But forensics is also public speaking. English. Anyway. In 2010, when I left my job to pursue coaching and fitness, I wanted to be an athlete. And one thing that I learned about with regard to fitness is that, there's goals and then there's desires. And I think this goes for anything. So you can actually take this video very metaphorically. There's goals and then there's desires. So there's goals. I want to lose weight. I want to feel healthy. I want to fill in the blank, right? Whatever comes up for you. Then there's desire. I want to be an athlete. I want to compete. I want to run a marathon. I want to, swim in Lake Michigan. I want to swim in the ocean. I want to kayak, whatever it is you want to kayak. For me, I had no interest in martial arts. I actually went to the judo class that I went to. I went because my clients at the time wanted me to check it out so they could improve, so we could work on stuff to improve their judo. So I went, and Sensei insisted I put a gi on, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm here to do. And he's like, yeah, but you're here. Okay, so I put the gi on. The second time I went, I didn't put the gi on, and he was very disappointed, and I could tell. The third time I went, I put the gi on, and I actually got to do some throwing, some rolling, and I was hooked. And I took some time off and came back. Actually, around this time in 2015, I came back, and I couldn't wait to come back, actually. I was so excited. And now, it's with anything else that's your passion. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, and you don't have your instrument, you don't have your artist tools, you feel like a part of you is missing. And that's sometimes how I get when I'm not doing judo. is that a part of me is missing. And a friend of mine quoted a couple of years ago, she said, "I don't think you were looking for judo. I think judo was looking for you." And I kind of believe that. I kind of believe judo hunted me down. There's a gap in there that I'm not sharing, and that was the gap between graduating high school and pretty much to the point where I started doing judo in 2015, where I was shut down. In 97, there weren't really a lot of opportunities to pursue being an athlete as someone who's visually impaired or low vision. And so I'm like, okay, I'll study phys ed. And my school was like, no, you how would we get you through the biology and kinesiology labs? And at that point, like, I literally went down a vicious cycle of self-destruction where I just wasn't happy. Like, I ended up pursuing special education until I was sick of it. Got my undergrad in child development, got a master's in vision rehab. And it's all because, like, I felt like that was what I was supposed to do. That's how it was for me. That I was supposed to do that. I have no regrets, and I feel like every part of the path has led up to where I am now. When I decided to pursue fitness, it was because I wanted an athletic goal. I started following like MPC and IFBB Pro figure competitors and learning the workouts, just paying attention to their workouts and paying attention to their meal prepping. Some stuff I still use to this day, a lot of stuff I don't. But I remember, like, when I studied fitness, that was one of the things that came up, like, that there has to be a bigger goal. I said at the beginning, like, maybe your goal is a marathon, maybe it's kayaking, maybe it's swimming, maybe it's mountain climbing, whatever it is. Like, having that goal, that bigger goal, will create space and allow you to access a way to get there. I feel like when I decided that I wanted to pursue judo a lot harder and for higher intent, like I wanted to compete nationally, internationally, and kind of see how far I can take it, I feel like that's when it changed for me. It became less about, the sensei who convinced me to put on a gi, and became more about, no, actually, this is really what I want. I really want to do this regardless of anything. And it's now becoming something that, like, no one can really take away from me. It's becoming something that I'm so committed to, that there's no excuses. I was recently watching a video from a 3-time Olympian, and I love the way he put it. He's like, it doesn't matter what's going on. If I'm told to train, I train. If I'm told that I need to be here, I'm wearing, I show up. There's no excuses. There's no, it's too late, it's too early, I didn't get enough sleep. There's no excuses. There's no, I just, that like totally hit me, like, yeah, I freaking get it. Because sometimes my judo classes go till 10, well after 10 at night. I don't get home until after 11, and I'm still up the next day to do my thing, whatever it is, coaching, crochet, art, whatever, or even another workout, trying to get more muscle to be able to do judo better the next time around. It's being attentive to, like, knowing the kind of stuff you need to work on and work out to get better at what you're doing. I'm honored now that I have been able to communicate and follow and train with a few multi-time Olympic athletes in judo. Kind of thought my first Olympic athlete experience would be gymnastics, since I love gymnastics, but that's not how it went. But I've trained with a few Olympic athletes, and I want to train with more, and I've communicated with other judo athletes, international judo athletes, and have really like built some connections that I didn't even think were possible. It's very surreal to me. It's very surreal. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with judo. I'm gonna take it as far as it'll take me. But if nothing else, I've learned so much from the journey so far, like about my commitment, about my empowerment, about my ability to be responsible and take ownership of what I want. And kind of hope that's what you take from this video, or maybe some other part of it spoke to you. I would love to hear from you. I would love to come speak to your group, your athletes. Maybe you've got some young athletes. Maybe you want to work with me as a coach, because to be honest, a lot of the stuff that has transformed for me in the last year with regard to my judo is thanks to coaching, and it declutters my brain to be able to focus on what I want and not on other people's choices, other people's decisions, drama, whatever they have to bring. Doesn't even matter. Like, their circumstances don't influence how I choose to proceed. So yeah, I love that the Top Gun anthem is playing right now. I'm about to conclude this video, and it's like so fitting. Yeah, I'm really proud of where my journey's headed. I'm proud of how I've made it happen thus far, and I'm pumped to continue it. So anyway, that's it for me, this story. There's more to this story, just like there's more to the self-worth story. There's more to the story of doing what was expected or what I was supposed to do for so long, that now being able to like consciously make choices and do things on purpose with intention is just so powerful. So thanks for paying attention, listening, and please connect with me to go further with a discussion. All right. Good night.